Hello everyone and welcome back to another Bendy and the Ink Machine / Bendy and the Dark Revival theory video. I did not think I'd be making another one of these, but here we are. And today my theory is about Audrey. Okay, before we get into the video, I just want to say that this will be containing spoilers for the book The Lost One, so if you haven't read this book or haven't heard of it, I highly recommend you click off this video and read it. If you have, then great. Now let's get on to the theory. Audrey being Constance is something that we can infer by the fact that Constance has been able to create an antidote that can reverse the effects of the ink on a person. How does this relate to Audrey? Well, first, let's take a look at her appearance. We can see that Audrey isn't exactly a toon or a lost one, as she takes on a more human appearance. She's an anomaly, if you will. Now, what if this human appearance could be an effect of the antidote? Perhaps Constance perished with the antidote in hand, causing the antidote to mix with the ink while being reborn, which would make the antidote and ink to constantly be fighting one another, resulting in her half-human, half-lost exterior. Think of this situation like Deadpool's, like how the serum he was given not only mutated his immune system and cells, but also his cancer cells, causing him to look the way he does. That was the best comparison that I could make, so hopefully that made some sense. One thing that has also confused many people is Audrey's strange powers or glowing symbols on her arms. I believe that this, again, is an effect of the antidote. In the first Bendy and the Dark Revival gameplay trailer, we see that when she attacks a Butcher Gang clone, specifically a Charlie aka Piper clone, he fades into a white or yellowish light instead of melting onto the floor and becoming an ink puddle, as they usually do whenever they die in Bendy and the Ink Machine. Since the antidote can reverse the effects of the ink, maybe the antidote in her body allows her to use it on others. Perhaps the antidote allowed the clone's soul, if it had one, to be set free regardless of the effects of the ink. Or the loop, really. This would also explain how Audrey would be able to affect the loop at all, since from what we can tell through Bendy and the Ink Machine, the loop is inevitable and inescapable. To permanently harm or cause any type of effect on the loop, you would probably need to damage the effects of the ink or the ink machine itself. And with the antidote, Audrey could probably do that. Now, that doesn't explain why she attacked the clone in the first place, but I think I know what does. In the book, we know that ink can affect a person's emotions, specifically one's strongest inner emotions. In Constance's case, this emotion was uncontrollable anger. Audrey being Constance could explain why Audrey attacked the Piper clone, as the inky part of her might have taken over in that scene, causing her to make this impulsive act that could have been fueled by anger. Though she doesn't seem to remember who she was, which I'm assuming that's probably normal since Allison is like that, being, reborn through the machine, and from what we know, people forget who they were when they were reborn. So maybe this power that she has, as well as the anger she might feel, seems new and unexplainable to her, as she says, "What's happening to me?" So maybe she'll find out her identity throughout the game. Who knows? I guess that was more of a prediction. Now back to Audrey's appearance. We can see that she wears trousers similar to trousers Constance is described to be wearing on page 256. Funny thing about that page too, Bill tells Constance that she looks just like Katharine Hepburn, a famous actress. Katharine Hepburn was famous for her elegance in wearing trousers, and Constance and Audrey wear trousers, but something I noticed about this little comparison is that there is another famous actress with the same last name as Katharine, named Audrey Hepburn. And I feel like this point isn't too important. I might be overanalyzing, of course, but I thought it was a little bit of a coincidence since, Constance being compared to an actress with the same last name as another actress named Audrey. Yeah, I couldn't pass that up. The last thing that I think could tie them together, though it is a bit of a stretch, is that Constance seems to be the only one left alive, as her story left on a cliffhanger. So maybe she managed to make some more antidote later on, and then tried to go back to heal Bill and Brandt, but ended up dying instead, leading her to become Audrey? I really don't know. Again, it's a bit of a stretch, so please don't take that last one too seriously. that's all I really gotta say. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please keep in mind that this is merely a theory. Please don't take any of this as canon, especially since we know close to nothing about Audrey. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed, I would really appreciate it if you shared this with fellow Bendy fans, especially because I think I'm the first one to figure out what the deal with Audrey is, and I'm kind of proud of that. So if you enjoyed the video, feel free to like and comment, and I would love to hear your theories about Audrey. Have a good day and stay safe.